Oh, my word, the devastation. Terrible, terrible. Everybody is trying to get dry. Incredible. Wow, this place flooded just like I expected it would. Just like I expected it would. I knew this was going to happen. Man, I knew it was going to happen. Incredible. Who would ever think about building in a place that floods? I've seen it with my own eyes. Everybody is digging out. This is millions and millions of dollars worth of devastation in this place. Unbelievable. Look at the mess. It's everywhere. Everywhere. Flooded. Oh, I feel so bad for these people. Oh. Yeah. 250,000, 300,000. Absolutely devastated. Devastated. The driveways go downhill. The driveways are as much as 6 inches, probably, or more, lower than the road. This is incredible. So sorry, people. I'm so sorry. Everybody trying to dig out from the water. If we would have had the lake full when this happened, would have been a lot worse than this, because the water wouldn't have had any place to drain. They got fortunate that the water was able to drain somewhere. Golly. Unbelievable. I need to leave my cards with people for scrap metal. How deep did it get here, huh?
Up here, it only got like 2 inches, but on the street, it was 3 feet.
Out here? How did you only get 3 inches there?
So mostly down there, that's where it was 3 feet.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I got home, it was up to here on me. Wow. But we were lucky and we got raised higher.
Yes, I see that.
So it didn't get in too bad, but still we had to tear out everything.
All the floors and everything? Oh, my word.
Yeah. It sucks.
It does.
You know, it's hard.
Everybody everywhere got flooded. I mean, everywhere. The bottom floors, it was up to their windows. Water was all the way to the window. Told you, I've seen this place underground, underwater before. I know what it looks like when it's storming. When I was 15 years old, I moved here, and the only road through here was 50 Lakes and 133. 50 Lakes had nearly nothing built on it. And this was nothing but trees and lowlands, to where it would flood during bad storms, and we always have bad storms around here that generally drop quite a bit of water. When they cut all the trees down in here and started building these houses so low, kind of, really, so low to the ground, I was worried that, oh my God, what's going to happen if we have a storm? And we actually had one a while back. We had a storm. It wasn't a very big storm, but it did drop a considerable amount of water. I think it was like 5 to 8 inches. But this one dropped a lot more than that, and I was worried that this was going to happen. A lot of these driveways, weird thing to me is they kind of go downhill from the road to the garage with about a little 1/2-inch lip. How are you going to stop water from going into your garage without maybe 1.5 or 2-inch lip? So what we ended up with is this little tropical whatever it was that came through here that really wasn't supposed to drop that much rain. All these real low houses with these driveways and their garages, whatever, they got what I thought they were going to get, flooded. Flooded. So the whole downstairs and a lot of these places have flooded. You see the driveways go downhill. Instead of raising the house up like they actually did on some of them, there's really not a big lip going into that garage. So yeah, you can imagine when we have a storm like this, the amount of flooding that we're going to have in these areas that are low-lying places. Yeah. So, I mean, the ditches don't really flow that well. It's not much of a hill in here. You can see they've been doing some work. Yeah, it's actually lower than the main road. And it goes on a gradual, a very gradual. Every one of these garages got wet. And a lot of these bottom floors inside the house. I feel bad for these people. You can see they got a bunch of stuff pulled out. Yeah, I just feel bad for these people because I just knew it was coming. Now, if you were built up on a hill more like that, you at least have a chance of not getting hit with flood waters, because that does go uphill. Look at these properties, they go up. And a lot of them go down, which is, I love these houses. These are amazing. I mean, that's a nice place. That's a nice place. That one there, the driveway kind of goes downhill. This one goes slightly uphill. Not sure how far the water came up. And being at the top of the road, probably nothing like the ones in the back. But, I mean, some of these houses are built up, what I think should be built up. But if it's lower than the actual road that you're driving on, you have to go downhill to your driveway. That's never, in my opinion, ever been a good thing. Especially in flood areas like we have. This is Brunswick County. This is actually Pine Needles and 50 Lakes Drive. And look at the driveways just go downhill. Right to the house. Downhill. Right to the house. I don't understand that. So, I got some ditches. But the ditches didn't do much. Oh my goodness, look at that house, how low it is to the road. Probably sits down almost 2 feet from the road. God. All these houses had to get wet, because this is, I'm telling you, I've lived here for a long time, and this area, yep, they got it. Look at there, everybody's got their stuff out, trying to get it all dried out. If I named this property, because I've lived here for so long, if I would have named it, I would have named it the Lowlands. Don't think I'd have named it the Highlands. I just don't think it deserves that title. Like I said, I have seen this deep enough out here. They got a dumpster. How high did the water get down here?
8 inches to a foot inside the houses.
Inside.
Outside was probably about
2 to 3
up to
feet.
the window. Yeah.
What?
4.
Up to the window?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm telling you, I grew up here, 15 years old. I'm 65. I've seen this underwater before during storms. And that's when there was trees everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I always wondered, why would they build on such a low piece of property?
There's a lot of truth that's been buried here.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take some digging into to get to the bottom of it for
Well,
a lawsuit.
I mean, when this place was being built, I'm a YouTube